Welcome to the Woman of the Year Awards 2025 podcast. Today, we have with us Miss Aisha Ebrahim, who is the Woman in Media award winner for the Woman of the Year Awards 2025. Welcome, Aisha.
Thank you for having me.
Can you share a time when your storytelling truly resonated with audience?
Right. Actually, being a news anchor, there isn't much of storytelling. You have a script that you need to stick with. But however, I do this on the side. I share my stories with people on social media, and that gets some engagement. So people resonate with the stories that I share, especially about national occasions, the National Day, the National Action Charter. These stories really touch people's hearts. They feel they can relate to and they engage with. I noticed that people enjoy the behind-the-scenes shots that I share with my audiences, the behind-the-scenes of making the news, because that is something you don't often see. So sharing this gets a lot of engagement from the audiences, and they ask questions and they interact with me. So it seems to me that they really enjoy this part of it.
So, as far as your social media interest, is this a hobby or do you generate revenue from it?
Well, there's no straight answer for that. It's not a hobby. It's not something that I'm very much committed to. And at the same time, it's not a business. It's not a main business. However, it gives me exposure. People get to know me through social media, and then they call me for events and for hosting. So it builds trust with the audiences, and then I get invited to certain events or to host certain events, which makes some revenue.
Is there any specific challenge that has shaped you and your approach to working in media?
Well, most people don't know how tough it is and how challenging it is to read the news. Most people would think it's only a prompter that you read from. How challenging could that be? How difficult could that be? But in fact, it is a bit challenging, especially that whatever you do on the side, how comfortable you are or how stressed you are will be reflected on how you present on the day. So you have to be very vigilant about your personal life so that you will appear in the best way. For instance, if you did not sleep the night before, it will show. And it's very evident in the way you perform and also in the way you appear. So you have to balance between your career and your personal life and to take very good care of yourself, sleeping very well, eating very well, exercising as well, because that will make you look very confident and very calm in front of the camera.
Do you get emotionally affected at all by any topic, any news item that you've read that you think has affected you emotionally or mentally in any shape or form? Has that happened to you?
Definitely. If you're reading stories about war, casualty, disasters, natural disasters, it does affect you in a way. If you're reading happy news about some anniversary, something nice that is happening somewhere, it does affect you and you feel really happy reading that news. On the other hand as well, whatever you face in your personal life also affects you while you're reading the news. So if I had a bad day, I come to the newsroom not feeling that super, and it affects the way you read. So there is an emotional part of it, but you have to be composed and you have to control yourself and present the best way you can.
Is there any particular advice that you could give to a young person contemplating the entry into the
Definitely.
industry?
And I'll give the same piece of advice that I got when I first joined, and that was be yourself. That is very important, to be yourself, to be authentic, and to try to develop yourself over time, but never copy somebody else and never try to be somebody else. Just be yourself, be authentic, because that reflects on the way you present yourself, and that reflects on how people feel comfortable around you. People don't like copycats.
A lot of people talk about fake news internationally. How do you think Bahrain's approach to the news industry is compared to, say, the United States or Europe? Is there any difference?
Speaking from my experience working on Bahrain International TV, we're very careful about the kind of news that we broadcast because we consider ourselves as a reliable source of news. So before the news goes live, there's a process Before any news bulletin, they meet and they discuss the kind of stories that will go live. They check the sources. They make sure that these stories are authentic and reliable from reliable sources. So they are checked and they are guaranteed 100% that these stories are accurate, and then they go live.
When we talk about the evolution of media, technologically, and with the new facilities and AI, how do you think that's going to affect media reporting and news and development in the years to come?
There's a lot of talking nowadays about an AI news anchor, and we were really scared for our jobs, our source of income. Like, what if I get replaced with an AI? But I don't think as a national TV channel, as a source of news in the country, they will go in that direction. This is my personal opinion. I don't think they will, especially when it comes to the news. You need someone representing the news. You need to trust that source. It has to be a human. Otherwise, everybody else will be doing the same. And how do you verify? However, AI is used in different programs. Let's say entertainment kind of programs, segments, promo segments. And Bahrain TV itself, they did that. In Ramadan, I don't know if you watched that, there was a Ramadan promo that was AI generated. It received very positive feedback from the audiences, and it looked so true, but it was not the news, absolutely. It was only a promo.
Obviously, you're very well accomplished and a trusted face and voice presenting the news. Is there any other type of television work that you could see yourself going for in the future? Is there any other aspect of content that you would like to be involved with?
I tried different things besides the news. The news is very close to my heart because I feel that it is close to my personality. I'm naturally a very serious person. So besides the news, I tried presenting live programs with guests in the studio. I enjoyed doing that, but that is very different from the news. I also presented some Arabic programs as well. And I also tried live coverages for certain events here in Bahrain. So I did other things on TV besides the news, but news is very close to my heart, as I told you.
Fantastic. And are there any misconceptions that people have about working in the media that you'd like to dispel?
There are a lot of misconceptions about working in the media or working in the newsroom. Many people think that to work in the media, you have to look like the beauty queen. And that is absolutely not true. You can be just a regular person, look neat and clean, and that can qualify you if you have the right credentials and the right experiences. So appearances is not like the main thing to be considered about when it comes to presenting the news or being in the media. Other than that, many people think that being in the media is a one-man show, which is absolutely not true. Maybe you see in certain programs there is only one presenter, but there's a lot of people, there's a crew behind this person to make this production comes to life. And that is something that I try to highlight during my stories on Instagram or any other platform. I try to showcase the people working in the background, people working in the galleries, the technicians, the cameramen, and also in the production of the news, the editors, the proofreaders. So there's a crew of people working in the back scene besides the presenter.
Aisha, you are Woman in Media Woman of the Year Award winner for 2025. What does that mean to you?
I was surprised by being named Woman of the Year in Media for 2025. And I actually attributed this to everyone who voted for me. I did not expect that many people to vote for me. Well, my family and friends, they voted for me, that I know for sure. But then my colleagues and people who follow me on Instagram as well voted for me. Some of them even captured the result or something. Whenever they voted, they got a confirmation. Yeah. They captured that and they sent it out to me saying we voted for you. And that shows how much kindness people still have. Strangers voted for me and sent it out to me telling me, hey, we voted for you. We would like you to win this award. So it touched me in a way, and I really appreciate it.
Aisha Ebrahim, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure talking to you and learning from you in this regard. And that's the end of another podcast for the Woman of the Year Awards 2025 series. This is Woman in Media, Aisha Ebrahim. Thank you so much for joining us and look forward to seeing you again soon.